This is Bell.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, Carter, something else to talk about quality albums. Were you surprised that the bottling that came out?
No, I was not. You know what I mean? I was actually expecting it. And if you watch the clip in closely of Vybz Kartel's very short stint on stage, it was actually see Vybz Kartel laughing when he was covered off the stage, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was like, I was expecting it, but you know what I mean? I still had to go on stage and to show Vybz Kartel fans and the Gaza people that Kartel was actually in the building.
So why were you expecting it?
Well, because, you know, this is Jamaica, and if artist A and artist B are in a rivalry, artist A appears on stage and gets showered with a rain of bottles, you know what I mean? Well, one would expect that as a result of I would call it revenge by the fans of artist A. Artist B is going to get bottled also.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Hold a second and let's take a clip of Killer talking about that. Here we go.
There's some kids in Ochi that call themselves Ochi Empire. I heard that they was landing from in the afternoon and drinking and saying what they gonna do if Bounty Killer calls their name. Don't know how true this is. Not accusing anybody, but it's being said.
So, how do you respond to that? He's alleging that it was planned. It was the Ochi Empire that started it.
Well, not to my knowledge. I have no prior knowledge of hearing anything about any planning of the bottling of any artist on stage. You know what I mean? Neither before nor after the fact.
Yes.
So I would say no, I don't know anything about that.
But is there such a thing as Ochi Empire?
Are there
a group down there that obviously are your supporters?
Yeah, man. Everywhere, in every parish you have an empire. In Westmoreland you have West Empire. In St. Anne's you have Ochi Empire. Mobile, the same thing, and it goes on and on.
Really?
Yeah, that's
so you went out and set them up, Carter?
No, you know, people just took on the name because the first set of people to have the name actually were the Ochi Empire. Yeah. And Vybz Kartel bigging them up on stage shows across the island that everybody in each respective parish is taking on their own names. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how big is this war between you and Killer?
Well, I'd like to let Jamaica people know that Vybz Kartel is not in any war with any artist. You know what I mean? Vybz Kartel is just doing music, making hit songs, you know what I mean, making products, and overall just making money. Vybz Kartel has no time for any war, any feuding, or anything of that negative nature with any artist, and it has been like that for the past 2 years, since the end of the Mafia Vybz Kartel rivalry.
So you aren't answering Killers?
I'm not answering anybody. A lot of artists trying to get a hype of Vybz Kartel, you know what I mean? Because, you know, when you're at the top, a lot of people are going to try to seek to climb to the top and riding an artist's career. That is not the case with Vybz Kartel. I won't give anyone the time of day. You know what I mean?
And even though you say you're not in any rivalry with Killer, are you in any way, is it in any way affecting the relationship with Vybz? Or the peace truce between you and Vybz?
No, I know, because as I said before, Vybz Kartel is not in any war with anyone. So it works both ways. If I'm not in any war with Bounty Killer, how can I be in a war with his son?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But do you regard yourself as his son?
An estranged one.
But still his son.
But one nonetheless, you know what I mean?
What credit do you give him, though, Killer, for your career structure?
Well, just by introducing Vybz Kartel professionally to the business, because history cannot be rewritten. It's already there for all to see, you know what I mean? And everybody knows that is where Vybz Kartel came from. Well, you know what I mean? When I was a child, I acted as a child when someone put away childish thing, you know what I mean? Two bulls can't really in one pen, and I could go on and on and on with proverbs.
Yeah.
To the effect that Vybz Kartel had to be on his own.
So you saw in 2006 that you would be a bull, and there's no way you and him can reign in the same pen.
Yeah.
And so you walked out.
Yeah, I had to do that.
Because back then, you saw yourself going to the top.
Yeah, and it
surpassing Killer, you said?
Surpassing everyone in dancehall music right now, because, you know, from time to time you have top contenders and you have defending champions. Right now, Vybz Kartel is the defending champion. Okay. And no one can deny that.
But Killer does not accept that any DJ in the business, as he puts it, better than him. Where are you on that?
Well, as I said before, I'm not really here to discuss what Killer thinks or what any other artist thinks. I'm telling you what is in the mind of the people and what is out there statistically to prove that Vybz Kartel is the M-A-N.
You're the man, right? All right. Yeah. Let's talk about Sting. Why didn't you want to do Sting?
Well, Sting, I didn't want to do Sting for a lot of reasons, but the main reason was monetary-wise, because, you know, over the years, Vybz Kartel and a lot of artists have lent their expertise and their talents and time to Sting without getting proper compensation monetarily. Okay. You know what I mean? So I figured that Vybz Kartel being the MAN right now, I deserve my share of the compensation, you know what I mean?
And what was that?
It was a hefty sum, but you know what I mean? I think it was a sum that could have been paid by the promoters, based on the fact that they got a lot of sponsorship, big box sponsorship from a lot of people.
But should it be based on your pulling power? How many people can actually pull to the venue?
Vybz Kartel and nobody can pull every single dancehall fan to Sting.
With no help from anyone else?
With no help from anyone else, and I can guarantee that.
If you're saying categorically right now, Kartel, that if you and Mavado are put on a show, the entire dancehall fan base will come out to it?
Definitely, and if you're a promoter that keeping an event that night, I think you should cancel.
Yeah.
Trust me, if Vybz Kartel and Mavado on any dancehall event anywhere in Jamaica, it could have even been the West End and you're keeping something on the North End, I think you should cancel.
Cancel?
Yeah.
So, what I know. So, like, something, Johnny Guzan should forget about everybody else and just drop your Mavado on top?
No, that is not the case. But what I'm saying is that a Sumfest dancehall night without Vybz Kartel and Mavado is irrelevant. That wouldn't be a true reflection of what dancehall is and where dancehall is right now without a Vybz Kartel or the likes of a Mavado.
I understand that clearly. The part I'm not clear on is whether you both of you alone could do it. Because we have watched this thing over the years, and what we know is that there are some people who pull out the crowd and others who deliver to the audience.
Well,
and the crowd puller is not necessarily always.
That's the deliverer. That's true, yeah. But we were talking about pulling the crowd, you know what I mean? Actually getting the people to pay their hard-earned cash, yes, and come into a venue. Vybz Kartel and Mavado at this point in time in dancehall music, 2011, as I'm speaking now, can do it.
Yes, but what I'm saying though, I understand very clearly that the top people, the Mavado and Vybz Kartel, are needed on the lineup to make it work. Yeah. But we are yet to prove that when you put the people who make it work alone on a show, they can bring out the crowd to make it happen.
We've not gotten the chance to prove that.
But we have seen in the past, this thing started a long time ago. This dancehall phenomenon started years ago, over 30 years ago. And we have watched it very carefully over the years. We know, I agree with you, if the top man is not on a show, it is in jeopardy. But we've also seen situations where top man go on show and in 2000 and 2005 and less than the money they are asking for coming out.
Well, all right, example. A few artists were, Margaritaville kept a series of shows over the last month period. It was like 4 shows for 4 Saturdays in the month. The first show they used like 4 artists, Bounty Killer, I think Idonia, Chino, and I think someone else. But every week they have been using like 3 to 4 artists on the event. But they only had to keep it in the club, in Margaritaville club itself. Because the turnout was basically between 500 to 800 people. The night that Vybz Kartel was on it, they had to open the beach because the crowd capacity, pre-sold tickets alone was like 3,900 people. And that is just one example of Vybz Kartel's pulling power. If you're talking about performance now, well, Vybz Kartel is working on his performance in terms of performing with a band, which is not one of my strong points. But pulling a crowd, no holds barred, Vybz Kartel is the man for the job.
Okay. And it's a pity though that you didn't use the opportunity on King Night to prove it once and for all, and to settle once and for all that argument. But we did. It's not big of venue.
We actually did. Mavado and Vybz Kartel actually did it in 2008. With the clash of Vybz Kartel and Mavado, that was one of the biggest crowd pullers in the history of things. Even bigger than Bounty Killer.
A whole heap of middle-order man were there, some of the veterans were there. You cannot disregard those who...
I know, but it's fair to say that... If I do say so myself, it would be safe to say that 90% of the people came out to see Vybz Kartel and Movado showdown.
No doubt. We just talked about that, but it's a pity it didn't take a venue on the 26th of December 2010. That could a 10,000 venue and a settle argument once and
no, but it would be the same for the same because Sting 2010 wasn't Movado and Kartel alone. Anyways, it would still have the usual suspects. So one could not use that as a proving point.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, one would have to keep Vybz Kartel and Movado alone in a venue like Jam World, in a venue like Catching Hall, and see the pulling power of both.
That is what I'd like to see.
And I can guarantee that any promoter that does that will be laughing all the way to the bank.
Well, the promoters are listening. I will see how they respond to that. But in terms of Sting, will you go back and perform? Will you?
Yeah, man, it was nothing personal, where Sting was concerned. It's business as usual, because I got 7 kids to feed. Okay, so it's business for us.
Okay, man. Okay. We'll be talking about that and more after this break. Bleaching will be the topic in the next segment, right here on stage.